Hey guys, and welcome to Modcast. My name's Captain Check, host of the channel TheXPGamers, where we support the modding community. Join with me, as always, is Mr. Smith. What is up, man?
You can't handle my swagger.
You swagger?
My swagger. Apparently that's a word. It's what the cool kids say these days.
That's what Deadpool says, like, all the time.
Yeah, cool kids. Got it.
Or, insane. It's cool. Anyways, Modcast is where we talk about the latest and greatest news in the modding community. So what's coming out, updates, what's been released, and what's going on with the TheXPGamers, the guys who cover mods. Alright, so let's jump right into the mod news, shall we? Evolutions, Command & Conquer 3 mod, Tiberium Wars mod, got some new screenshots, and they look really, really good. If you don't know what this mod is, it is a total conversion into the Halo universe. Well, this one is going to be all the ground troops. Now, I sent you links, and everybody on, if you're watching this on YouTube, you should be seeing images of it right now, but it looks kick-ass.
Oh, absolutely amazing. I'm looking at a picture of the Warthog right now, and I want it. Can I has?
Yeah, like check out the Scorpion tank. Like, you can see the detail on the lights and everything. It's going to be what Halo Wars. I wasn't particularly thrilled with that title. What that should have been.
Well, I always kind of liked that one. I thought it was fun.
Really?
Not as in depth as some, but I thought it was neat. I guess it was because I always did a co-op though.
Yeah, I mean, I guess co-op is a really cool feature. It's not something you see in a lot of RTSs. I know Red Alert had it, and Dawn of War has it, but anyways, it was really simple. You know, it was too simple for me. And this one's just looking so good. The Mongoose is on here. You know, all the buildings are getting to be made. And the game that it's being built on actually looks pretty damn good.
I noticed it has a few new ones from the last entry too, like this mech here they're showing.
Oh, from the latest Halo game?
Yeah, that's from the newest one.
If you keep going through them, there's one of the UNSC's Pelican.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
That one looks really cool. I'm sure I'll throw that up there for the guys on YouTube. Sorry if you're actually listening to the podcast. Can't help you there. It looks really good. Texture's really high quality for a strategy game.
Just remember, you can hear color and see sound. You will see it.
So this one's not out yet, but it's in production. Why it got on my radar this week, and I've known about it for a while, is they released the new screenshots, which we're showing now, and what they're looking to do is they're gonna have an original campaign with 64 missions, a new resource system, all new original units never been seen before for the UNSC and the Covenant forces, multiplayer maps. It's got an original soundtrack, and new general powers based on the Halo universe. I don't know what that means. Maybe you'll be able to call in orbital strikes from the Pillar of Autumn, or glass an area of the map as the Covenant. That would be kind of cool.
Take my money.
It's free. It's a mod, man.
Take my money anyway.
They should throw up a donate link. I'm a
want it.
strong supporter of donation links for mods, because making a mod takes lots of coffee and pizza, as I'm told.
Yeah, I imagine it would take actually quite a deal.
So I have no problem with mod authors putting up, donation links on their mod. If it keeps them motivated, right on. Oh yeah, a little bit of news on our channel: the Enderal Shards of Order mod, the big Skyrim total conversion, has a new devblog, and I know you had a chance to watch it, Smith.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting stuff. I like what they talk about in there.
Yeah, what was your favorite part of it?
I think for me, the big kind of, not so much skill, but like when you level up, how you kind of change, you know?
Oh yeah, like the way you have to like go into a meditative state and then you enter your mind to actually
it's really
pick
kind
your
of like
unlocks.
Like Morrowind again. You used to have to sleep and everything.
Yeah, well, I mean, in this one, right now, he hasn't said that you have to specifically sleep, but it's like an ability. So you go, after you level up, you get the ding noise, hey, you leveled up, congratulations. Yeah. And then you go into your abilities and you use something called meditate. And the way he describes it in the devblog is you're entering your own mind and you see these like 3 sets of 3 pillars. And you can choose unlocks from the 3 sets. And each pillar set represents, the warrior, the mage, the rogue, and how the specialized... This is a total conversion, so these are new abilities not seen in Skyrim.
And he shows off a few of them.
Yeah, which one did you like the best? Because I know he shows off a couple of the different class type roles.
The one I really wanted to see was Shatter. And I love that as he's talking and he's explaining all of this, he goes in there, freezes all these people as a mage, and he's talking about how you can then go up to them, hit them, and, you know, shatter them. But he hit them so well and did so well at it, they just freezed them and killed them all.
Yeah, he does explain that the enemies he's fighting were kind of low level for his character.
Yeah.
This is the demo of it. But yeah, I thought that was pretty funny too. I really liked the archer one, where he has to like throw the he took a tree out of like the poison tree for the class, and then one out of like the more archer tree for the rogue. And one was like you throw a bottle on the ground and it breaks, puts oil everywhere. And then he uses the fire arrow from the more archer-like tree and lights the oil on fire, combining these two trees.
And that's always a classic.
Yeah, that's really cool. So that I really recommend you guys check out his very first dev blog. It's on TheXPGamers, and it really shows how much work. It is going to be a completely different game when that comes out. In other news for Skyrim, the mod Rochebere, and I hope I'm saying that right. I'm probably slaughtered the name. But is a big mod coming out. They just made their mod database page for it. It's got a very well-known modding dev team behind it. I think it's only a couple of people working on it, actually. But it's this big city, and it's a kind of like an expansion pack mod for Skyrim. A lot of Skyrim news this week.
Yeah, they're really, especially these big packs. A lot of people have been coming out with these big mods, trying to do a lot more voice work in them.
There are more of these big mods now, I think, like really big good ones, than there are normal expansion packs for the game.
Yeah.
And they're right up there with quality.
Oh, they really are. I think the big thing that probably a lot of them have been waiting on is, since they've stopped any, you know, real updates or production on Skyrim to move on to other projects, you don't have to worry a lot about, well, are they going to change something completely when they put out a patch, or are they going to add something like horseback combat all of a sudden?
Yeah, it is. I guess it is nice for mod authors that it's now. So this is standard. This is Skyrim. It's not going to change, and now you can just start making mods and not worry about it. But yeah, this mod's looking really cool. It is. These guys are making this city that's like in a canyon. It has this long background story, and I recommend you read it. But in general, they rebelled against the Empire to the point where the Empire left, and then tried to erase them from history. That's why in Skyrim you're not aware of it, nobody talks about it. They block the roads off. I guess one of the roads has been cleared, and you make your way in there, and you find out there's these two factions up against each other, and you have to choose which one you want to work with or help out. And there's just a whole countryside to explore.
It looks great too.
Yeah.
I'm looking through the screenshots now, and it looks absolutely tremendous what they did with the landscape here.
So yeah, this is the same guy who did the mod SYERSCOTE, and that was one of the early mod library episodes that we did a long time ago for Skyrim. It adds like this village right outside of Solitude that had its own quest line. It was super detailed. It was kind of like, I guess, their demo idea for this big mod, and it was so well received that they just made this ginormous mod. I'll actually put up a little bit of that old mod library episode in there.
Yeah, kind of give people an idea of some of the proof of concept work, I guess you could call it.
Yeah, definitely one I recommend. He's even looking to add some new gameplay features, including a real estate system to make money, a fully functional archery range, and this battle arena, which I can only picture the Oblivion battle arena in my head, but probably something like that. Let's see here. Next up we had expanding fronts. Oh, talk about old school. So this is a Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds mod, and it's a, if you don't know what Galactic Battlegrounds mod is, don't feel bad. It's old. It's, oh god, it's old.
I had never heard of this one myself either.
I loved this game back in the day. The original Galactic Battlegrounds was a Star Wars game. They pretty much took the Age of Empires 2 engine, took out all the medieval units, and replaced them with Star Wars units, like AT-ATs and Rebel soldiers and speeders and all that good stuff. And nice. I had not thought about this game in probably like 6 or 7 years. It came back in what, I think 01 maybe, 2000?
Yeah, 2000, 2001.
And it had a lot of, the big sides. It had the Empire, had the Rebellion. Well, this guy is actually taking those sides and breaking them down into sub-factions that have an emphasis on different roles. So there may be like the armored division of the Empire, the infantry, the aircraft, naval support. Maybe one will have an actual support role or economy role. There's going to be 2 for every side, and I believe this game started with like 4 sides already, so a cool mod. I will definitely try it out. I have no problem going back and playing old games with new content.
No, especially when they do something like that. I mean, going through and actually splitting them all up, and then giving you a specific role to really fulfill with them. I mean, that's a really cool idea that I don't think a lot of people ever think of.
Yeah, the only game I can think of that reminds me of that idea is Company of Heroes, where you choose like, you know, which branch you want. Yeah,
kind of choose who your leader are. You're gonna be part of the tank group. You're gonna take to the skies.
The Air Force, yeah. All right, next up on the news, we had Renegade X. Now, they're no longer officially considered a mod, but I have to mention these guys. Been following them forever. Renegade was a Command and Conquer first-person shooter from way back in the day. It was on PC. Now, there was a group that started a mod for Unreal Tournament 3, and they got really far in it, but eventually they decided to go with their own engine, and they became their own standalone game called Renegade X, and it's looking really good. They put out a summer dev update on everything they were able to accomplish, and it looks really good. Did you have a chance to see watch the video I sent you?
Yeah, I took a look at that, and that actually looks really cool.
Yeah, like they have this video of I guess one of the devs playing multiplayer, and multiplayer was the strongest part of that game back in the day, because you had all the GDI and the nod units, but you could drive the tanks and the artillery units and stuff.
That was one of the first things I noticed, was driving around was like one of those little ore collector trucks.
Yeah, they've got even the ore collector trucks. They have the bases. They've got like the ion cannon beacon you as a soldier can place on the ground to call down the ion cannon.
Oh yes, please.
Yeah, it's cool. They're talking about having 40+ vehicles. Functional in-game economy, allowing players to manage their own credits, purchasing weapons and vehicles, which was a feature in the original game, so I'm sure they'll have that. They're even doing a full-on single-player campaign, which they weren't going to have in the original mod.
Wow, really?
Yeah. So that one's looking cool. They've got some screenshots of a new like rail gun and whatnot. Oh, this will be in the TGN video.
Yeah, the gunplay in the video looked really nice. It was all really smooth, the way they moved around, fired the animations.
Yeah, I bet people are going to complain about the whole health bar. You know, enemies have health bars, but that doesn't bother me at all. You see it in games like Battlefield. It's a health bar. You have one. It's a fact. So, yeah, it looks really smooth. It's kind of old school style. More Quake than Call of Duty.
Oddly enough, I'm okay with that.
But yeah, I'm fine with that. That'll be fun. It's an old school game. It should be that way.
Takes me back to my old heyday. Back when I was a youngin'.
Okay, and the last 2 news bits we've got, real quick, Insanity Sorrow, and I've covered his mods before. I'm sure you saw this one. You're always looking at the Skyrim mod page.
Oh, yeah.
His Daedric weapon demo.
Yes.
Yeah, he's made a Daedric weapon one-handed sword.
That thing looked absolutely amazing. The detail in there is, well, it's pretty much the same as all of his work. Insane.
Yeah, he's the same guy who did Uniques, and I'll have the video up there. But this weapon, like, I love the handle for the sword.
Yeah, the dragon kind of trying to consume the hilt.
Yeah, that's really cool. And what he said, the whole point of this release is that this is kind of, hey, demo work of the big pack that's coming out.
Yes,
he's got a weapon pack, so
I'm very excited by that news. The fact that there's going to be another huge weapon pack out there.
Yeah. You can play this guy too. I won't. You gotta play Skyrim with Uniques installed.
Oh,
That's one of those must-haves. It makes all the unique weapons you get in the game that are named, supposed to be really cool-looking weapons, actually look unique. Because in normal Skyrim, you get this awesome sword, and it wouldn't look anything different than a normal like ancient sword.
And they really let me down with a lot of the uniques in Skyrim. I mean, they were never always that overwhelmingly good, but especially in Skyrim, they looked the same. Stat-wise, most of them were worse than games you get later in the game. I remember getting Dawnbreaker, I was thrilled, and then I realized it was pretty much a piece of crap about midway through the game.
Oh yeah, and Dawnbreaker was one of the few that actually had a unique look. Some of them are straight up the same model as the Ancient Sword, but we put a red glow on it. That makes it special. It's like, no, that sucks.
But yeah, it's glowing.
That really sucks, but all right, enough complaining about Skyrim. It's an awesome game, whether we, even as much as we complain about it, you don't complain about something unless you're passionate about it.
Oh, no, absolutely.
Or you're bored. It's one or the other. The other big mod, the last news bit, the author of New Vegas Bounties 1 and 2 and everything from the Someguy series, Someguy 2000 has put out a companion. Now, I haven't had a chance to play with this one yet, but I am going to spotlight him. His name is Russell. He's fully voiced with over 1,200 lines of dialogue. He has his own weapon, a new armor set, and he's got quests that take about 2 hours of gameplay to complete, with several like scripted events in there. So really high, supposedly really high quality. If it's coming from some guy, I'm sure it's awesome. He's made some of the best Fallout New Vegas content yet, and I'm really looking forward to play with this character.
Yeah, should be really nice.
Now, right now I'm playing through with Niner, another modded character. Niner is awesome.
Oh, good old Niner.
And he's the nicest drug dealer you ever met.
Okay.
I recommend you
when
check
he's not
that
getting
out.
you almost shot.
Yeah, right? So he's cool. I recommend you check that one out too. And that wraps up all the news. So let's get into the, what are we playing? What are the guys who cover mods playing right now? Smith, kick it off. What are you
fun
playing?
time. Oh, well, right now, big one I just started playing, actually tried out yesterday, is another Sins of a Solar Empire mod called Sins of a Galactic Empire. And the version I'm playing right now is for Rebellion. The ships look phenomenal. Now, sadly, they're having a few issues because I guess Rebellion just updated recently or something, so...
Yeah, they keep pumping out updates, like one after another, so it's hard for the modders to keep up with it.
Well, thankfully on the 30th of August, they just said that they were supposed to be releasing a patch in the near future that addresses a lot of the little problems that were cropping up currently, but
in the
highly
mod
recommend.
Or for Rebellion?
No, for the mod.
Oh, right, okay.
Because they had updated it, and Rebellion got updated, and so now they've got to fix things again because...
Yeah, I tried that mod for about
an
hour because you recommended it. It's really cool, like the Star Wars ships.
Yes. No, I was playing as the Empire myself, and the Star Destroyers just look absolutely amazing. You got all the little laser lights, the sound effects from the movies.
Definitely some nostalgia when I was playing that. They had, I played the Clone Troopers, and they had in like, the big capital ships with all the fighters inside.
Oh yeah.
That was cool. I've been playing. It's not modding related, but I'm playing a crap ton of War Thunder. I love that game. I did that TG10 top free play games, and I mentioned War Thunder and talked about it a little bit, and then boom, I was just all into it again. And then Earth Special Forces, which will be a mod library episode coming soon, so I won't go too much detail about that one. Recommend you watch that, but it's Dragon Ball Z mod about punching your buddy in the face.
Well, that sounds good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fun times. And you're gonna be in there with me. You're gonna play it.
Yes.
Coming up on TGN, we have Fallout History and Lore. Possibly the last episode. I want to know what you guys think, because I'm at the last expansion, and it was the fan base for that series that wanted me to do all the expansions. I didn't think there'd be that much of a draw for it, and then I got this overwhelming amount of messages to do it, so I did all the expansions. Next video, last expansion. So do I keep the series going and follow up with like maybe factions of Fallout?
Yeah, like really, where else do you go from there?
Yeah, like I don't really know where I want to go with it. I love talking about Fallout and the lore of Fallout, and I have no problem continuing the series.
I am sure the fans will give you multiple different routes you can take to continue the series.
So yeah, I'm curious, if you're a fan of that series, let me know. What do you think we should cover next and talk about next? We did the Morrowind HD Spotlight. I did that one last week, and that got really positive feedback, and I got a lot of requests for Oblivion graphics mods, so that might be coming up soon too, because I haven't looked at Oblivion in forever.
Yeah, that could be an interesting one.
Yeah, that one could be cool. All right, guys, well, we are way over time. So, all right, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up and the like button. Subscribe to TGN for more gaming goodness, or come on over to my channel, TheXPGamers, for more modding goodness. Smith, any goodbyes?
Please keep coming back.
And I will.
We love giving you news.
Yes, please come back. Watch our stuff. Hit the like button. And thanks for watching. We will see you guys next time. All right, not bad.
Yeah. I don't have a send-off ever.
I know, that's why I was like, I'm gonna make him say stuff.
I always got that deer in the headlights thing. Wait.
I'm gonna put him on the spot right
now. I got nothing. I'm Ron Burgundy.